The scenery outside reminds me of my pride, reminds me of my will. At the windowsill, I sit and see the grays, the children they all play and laugh amongst themselves. Somehow remind me of myself on the merry-go-round.
You know, it's usually LL, Lunatic Luna Lover 69, that we have to kind of rein in and keep him from spitting too much information about Protocol X. But today, it's me. I have to rein myself in. I'm very, very excited. I just, everything that happens, I just keep getting excited. And I can't give you a lot of information, but I'm going to try to skate around what I can actually tell you. There are things happening. What does that do for you? When I say there are things happening, there are things happening that are big, major things. Not that I or anybody had any doubt whatsoever about the legitimacy of this protocol, the legitimacy of this development, and everything that we've been telling you that it's going to do. But you know how sometimes something happens and it just makes it more and more real? That's kind of what I'm experiencing this morning. So, what can I tell you? Well, there are a bunch of legal things that are being worked on, that are being worked out, it's being figured out what's the best way to go about this and that. And again, I know I'm not really getting into much detail, but just the fact that this isn't just your typical kind of cryptocurrency thing where everything is done with kind of a wink and a nod, you know. This is legit as you can possibly get. And when they can't really move forward with something because they got to figure out the legal stuff and have legal binding contracts and that kind of stuff, those things make it real, very, very real for me, because I can relate to that more in my world, right? Because we deal with contracts, because we're not crypto, we're in real life kind of business, right? So this takes it to the real life kind of stuff for me. My girl, I don't know if you see my girlfriend walking back and forth by the car chasing the dog. Anyway, which threw me off. All right, I'm sorry. So that's happening. Those things are happening. We have, and we've been waiting for kind of the roadmap. We have the roadmap. But again, all these pieces tie together, right? So it's not like we can just release this, hey, here's the roadmap, this is what's going to happen. All these pieces are being released, and then everything's tied together with the legal, right? And then once all that comes to be, then, you know, you can actually start rolling out official information. But I told you that I would keep you kind of informed on the progress. And that's kind of the progress, right? So we have the roadmap. We know what the milestones are. We know we know what's going to be completed within each milestone. The finances and stuff like that are all being worked out. I mean, the money is there. It's just, you know, figuring out legitimate ways to get everybody paid. Those are the kind of things that are happening. And we also have a time frame, which I'm not going to tell you because it's still a little contingent on ironing out some of these other aspects, right? Once all these other things are ironed out, contracts are signed, boom, this is the way it's going to be, and it's going to move forward, then from that point on, this time frame will be binding. Now, there are contingencies, allowances for contingencies as far as maybe changing, you know, as you kind of get into it and start developing it, maybe you realize, you know what, maybe that doesn't work as well as this. Maybe we want to change it to that. Or maybe the way that came out, now that we see it in functionality and we're testing it, it would be better if it did this. You got to allow for that kind of stuff, which obviously, you know, affects the time frame, okay? And expect those kind of things. But everything being equal, and everything being exactly the way it is right now, right? If there were no changes and everything's perfect, we have a hard time frame that will be contracted. So it will be adhered to, okay? That's kind of it, right? I don't know if that excites you as much as it excites me, because I'm actually reading this stuff. I'm actually seeing it. I'm in on these conversations. So you just have to live vicariously through my excitement, I guess, right now. But, woo, I'm really, really happy right now about everything that's going on and the way it's coming together. Watching this is just, it's unbelievable to me. And I'm so happy and honored to be a part of it. I'm waiting for this one to be done so we can work on the next thing, because the energy that it gives you, right? The enthusiasm, the adrenaline pump, it's intoxicating. It really is. But there's some real shit going on, y'all. So buckle up.